Right guys, bit of a weird start to a video this time around. Anyone who follows me on Twitter might have seen a tweet about a charming individual at Saadiyat Beach Golf Club in Abu Dhabi who was basically yelling at me on the first tee. Backstory is I was meant to tee off at 7:30 a.m. My transfer was a little bit delayed, so I got there about 7:45 and they were off at 7:50. Marshall very kindly asked them if I could go out ahead of them, and they said yes. I obviously then just grabbed my phone rather than setting up the main camera, popped my phone down on the ground behind me, shouting started ensuing. But anyway, par 4 opening hole, hit a pretty decent tee shot, then I believe an 8-iron to front left of the green, little 3-putt on the first, onto the second, which was a par 5, and hooked the driver off the tee, and that straight away gave me an idea of how much room there is at Saadiyat. So it's basically a snap hook, still easily found the ball. I mean, you've got to obviously avoid the waist areas and things like that, but in general you have to hit it pretty sideways to be in danger of losing a ball at Saadiyat, which I absolutely loved. Ended up in the greenside trap in 3, and then played a pretty nice bunker shot, a little bit left but perfect pace, and then hold a putt for a par to move to 4 points in 2 holes. So yeah, straight away, like I said, the waist bunkers are absolutely spectacular and certainly part of the challenge when you're hitting your tee shots. Par 3 third, I hit a terrible 6-iron, and again this led me to see one of the challenges at Saadiyat Beach pretty early on, which was these drop-offs around the greens. I missed mine short and right and just had this horrible chip up and over the slope, and my chipping's dodgy anyway, so this led to another bogey, so that was 2 over through the first 3. With a shot, so not disastrous, 5 points through the first 3 holes, and this is where we pick up the normal action on the main camera.
Morning guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. It's day 4 of my Abu Dhabi whirlwind tour, and after a couple of days at Abu Dhabi Golf Club watching the HSBC Abu Dhabi Golf Championships on the European Tour, I actually got to play the golf course yesterday, the Monday after the event, which is absolutely amazing. Well, when I say play, my game was severely lacking, but seeing the course in that condition was absolutely superb. I'm here at Saadiyat Beach Golf Club, which is one of the 3 championship courses we at Your Golf Travel offer you guys when you package up coming out here to play some golf, along with Abu Dhabi Golf Club and Yas Links, which I'm playing later today. Whew. I've had to rush through the first couple of holes because the tee was a little bit stacked up and I was a little bit late for my tee time, didn't want to get in anyone's way. So I'm here on the 4th hole. I'm going to do typical things, Stableford challenge, see how many points I can rack up over 18 holes, show you guys the unique features of this stunning looking golf course, and give you guys my thoughts on what it's like to play here on a golf holiday. First 3 holes, 5, 5, 4, so 2, 2, 1, 5 points, not too bad considering I was basically playing speed golf. But yeah, let's get going, see how many points I can get here at Saadiyat Beach Golf Club. Like par 4, about 390 yards, the fairway pinches right in. Roughly where my carry should land if I hit a decent drive, but I don't want to leave myself too far back. It looks like a raised green, and the bunkering here at Saadiyat is pretty dramatic to say the least, so I don't want to go in too many of those. Good drive required. Come on, fairway ball. Up the left a bit, but okay. Oh, that should actually be quite close to the cart path on the left, so nice and efficient if I can find that. Oh, as described. Oh, is that a Your Golf Travel logo? I think it is. Right, 128 left in, as I said. Raised green, massive bunker just short right staring me down. Got 128 physical yardage. I need to throw it a bit further than that, I think, so I've gone 9-iron. Hopefully get a decent strike off this. Ball below my feet, yes. Get up. Yeah, middle of the green. That'll do. Right, long 40-foot-ish birdie putt. The greens aren't that quick. The guy at the first tee told me they were running about 9 on the stimp meter. I think they're just trying to keep it nice and sensible for some holiday golfers. Get too quick around over these slopes and could be very difficult indeed. Sit. Well, they're quick enough to let me hit it 8 foot past anyway. That disappointing drop shot there. Tee shot was decent, a little bit left. Good second off a dodgy lie. But maybe I was reading a little bit too much into the fact that the greens are 9 on the stimp and not quite as quick as the ones I was playing yesterday. Don't have to hit the putts quite so hard, Rory. Oh well, silver lining. Looks like I'm coming out onto a pretty spectacular stretch down towards the beach. That was perfect. I'm actually hitting it a lot better than I was yesterday already, so just considering the fact that I'm 3 over through 4, it's quite disappointing. Nice little 3-pointer there, that was stroke index 2. I think basically because the saltwater lagoon in which the course kind of weaves its way through, kind of all the way up the left there, a bit intimidating. It wasn't that long of a hole, it was like 420. Par 4 only had 110 in, so happy with the par, happy with the 3 points, kind of restores a little bit of balance, but still some work to be done. Right guys, final hole of part 1 of this Stableford challenge. So apologies if this video is a little bit short. I'm not sure what the edit's going to come out like because, as I said, I had to rush through those first 3 holes to make sure I got ahead of the chasing pack. But wow, I think we know why it's called Saadiyat Beach now. As you can see, the course is taking me right down to the seafront. Glorious white sandy beach. The water looks just turquoise as, and this is one of the prettiest par 3s I've ever seen. I was going to call it pretty little par 3, but it's measuring 198 from the blue tee. Speaking of the blue tees, so the course has 5 sets of tees. The blacks go right to the back and stretch the course out to 7,800 yards. No, 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 thank you, not for me. So I've chosen the middle ground, which is 6,700 yards. If I went any further forward than that, I'd be getting the course down to, you can go right down to just over 5,500 yards. So it's very playable for high handicap golfers who might want to tee it forward a little bit. If anyone wants to beat themselves up and play from 7,800 yards, then good luck to you. But some of you might know this course was designed by the legendary Gary Player. So while I'm at way around, I'm going to make another video about the 5 best Gary Player golf courses, so make sure you check that one out when it hits the channel. But for now, going along okay points wise. Just need to make up a little bit more ground. As I said, hopefully I can kind of slow down now and take my time a little bit because I've built a little bit of a cushion between me and the guys behind me. But let's see how I get on this spectacular but I'm guessing challenging par 3. Right, 198, 4-iron. Yeah, massive bunkers, that seems to be the defining characteristic of the course. Wind off the left, which usually I don't really enjoy. And that is ripped straight at it. Be up. Be up. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I found that quite common since coming out to Abu Dhabi actually. It's quite hard to see the ball down because of how amazing the sunshine always is. As you can probably tell by my face, which is getting a bit peely. I did a bit of damage on day 1 over at Abu Dhabi Golf Club, and now the resulting... Ugh. So close to a birdie on what could be the signature hole. But I'll take a par all day, every day. So guys, as I already mentioned earlier in the video, the bunkering here at Saadiyat, not only all these waste areas, but the ones up near the greens. Quite dramatic, you're probably not getting quite as much of the depth perception as I will from here. If we walk over to this side as well, again, you just see the absolute size of these things. So deep bunkers, dramatic, stunning, and definitely part of the overall Saadiyat Beach challenge. Another part of the challenge I've noticed so far is that every single green is kind of on a raised complex. So you're going to get these massive ronda fairways. This is one of the least pronounced ones on the course, but you're coming up short there, rolling down the hill, kind of leaving yourself, when we get down to my ball, you'll see fairly challenging pitch shots from around the green. Get down to ball level, and yeah, you can't barely even see the top of the pin, and this is one of the smallest drop-offs I've seen so far. Some of them are absolutely mammoth. So it appears steering clear of the waist areas off the tee, and particularly having accuracy with your irons, is going to be of paramount importance around Saadiyat Beach. Right guys, that's the end of part 1. 11 points through the first 6, not too shabby at all, it must be said, considering, like I said, I was running through the first 3 holes. But yeah, just referring back to my face and the condition it's in, fear not, I have been putting on sun cream. Abu Dhabi Golf Club kindly handing out these little pouches of sunblock at the tournament the other day. You can clip them onto your belt, so that's very handy. Probably looks a bit dorkish, but whatever. That's pretty strong, and I'm going to be reapplying that as much as possible. As said, got a little bit carried away on day 1, and that's where the damage was done. But I also bought myself this lovely Saadiyat Beach golf cap, which I think I'll be putting on shortly. It's not quite as warm as it has been so far. I'm down by the coast, there's a bit of a sea breeze, which is absolutely lovely. Currently only about 8:45 in the morning, so I'm expecting it to heat up in the afternoon. I'll get the hat on, don't worry. I know a lot of you guys tell me off for not protecting my skin enough, but I try my best. Anyway, 11 points through part 1. Tune into part 2 to see the rest of this amazing golf course. I'm sure there's more holes down by the water, which I'm looking forward to seeing. And hopefully the standard of golf can continue being pretty decent. See you in part 2.